Hey there, Steve Gamache with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. And what we're looking at is the Chef Knives to Go, a new series he's created called the Line Knife. This one is the Gyuto, the 210 millimeter version. So the purpose of this line is to have something very reasonably priced with a lot of value that can be had for line cooks or people that need a knife with some robustness to it, with decent steel, good fit and finish, bulletproof handle that you can just take it to the back of the house and, not necessarily abuse it, but it'll take some beating and, take some heavy use, and is reasonably easy to sharpen. So I think it's a home run. We've had some feedback, some preliminary feedback from some professionals who really, really like it. And for what it is, they think it's a great execution on this concept. So the core steel is 5 CR15 MOV, full stainless, which I think CR15 means 15% chromium, but this is a pretty common steel used in a lot of knives. These are made in China, but the steel is high quality. The edge retention is reported to be quite good for this type of steel. Heat treats around 59 to 60 Rockwell for that. It's a mono steel construction, so it's reasonably easy to sharpen. It's much better than some of the really cheap Chinese knives that you're going to get at this price point. The steel's far superior to that. It'll sharpen easier. It'll hold a better edge. So kind of win-win all the way around. The weight on these is about 175 grams or 6.2 ounces. Edge length right about 210 millimeters or 8¼ inches. Overall length about 330 millimeter or 13 inches. Blade height, not a real tall blade. It's about 41.7, a little under 42. And then spine thickness, these are fairly stout blades. He wanted these to be pretty robust, so they're very stiff for kind of the style of blade that they are. About 3 millimeters coming out of the handle, and then about halfway down, it's about 2.5, and not a lot of taper. You get a little bit of taper as you go, but you can see the tip isn't all that thin. The tip's pretty robust. So this knife's not going to fly through product. It's not what it does, but you'll have a lot of resilience there and a lot of robustness given that. They're not super thin at the edge either. You've got a fair amount of meat at the edge. So performance, you'll have to kind of muscle it a little bit and be authoritative with it, but it'll do a great job where you need some, more robust duty, a line knife. So that's what it's all about. I haven't done it, but I've dealt with the Artifacts AEBL series, and I suspect if you were to thin this out at the shoulders of the edge bevel and take it to a really low angle and then stick with that same angle for the actual edge, I think you'd probably make some pretty decent performance gains on that if you wanted to do that. So I think you could tweak this a little bit if you felt like it. The handle is a G10 composite handle that's just totally bulletproof. Nice fit and finish on this handle. Got a comfortable kind of built-in bolster grind down towards the blades. So it's pretty comfortable, not super big, not super small, but comfortable handle, smooth contours on it. But this G10 will just take a beating. So here is what the blade looks like. Trying to get our beauty shot here. There we go. So machine finish, as you would expect, little bit of convexing down towards the edge. So it's kind of a fairly flat grind with just a little bit of convex down towards the edge. They've got a little bit of relief on the spine, a little bit on the choil, so it's pretty much ready to go out of the box. I'd say the out-of-the-box edge on here was a 6 out of 10. It was a nicely crafted edge. You could probably get it, if you know what you're doing, you could certainly get it sharper, but it's actually pretty doggone sharp out of the box. So let's see, balance point. The handle is fairly heavy material, so your balance point's kind of right at that choil. If you're careful with your grip, even though it's only 42 millimeters tall, I've got some board clearance there. You can see my fingers if I use proper technique on it. So here is what it looks like on the cutting board. So this one has kind of a lot of characteristics rolled into one profile. So you've got a little bit of a flatter area towards the heel, little kind of rolls into a little bit of a stop, so it's not a slam on the heel. And then you've got a fairly aggressive belly towards the tip, because a lot of these people are going to be used to the German style or that kind of profile where you've got a lot of belly towards the tip, and that's what they do here. So I can get way up there rocking So this would be a good knife for that, you know, kind of user that's used to that style. It'll transition easily to it. So really nice profile, actually smooth, flows into that nicely. So this will really work for a lot of styles. So if you're looking for a knife that's going to be tough, but good quality steel, bulletproof handle, some potential for higher performance if you want to work with it a little bit, this is a great line. So this is the Chef Knives to Go line knife, the 210mm Gyuto.